out of Milwaukee. And for more, we're joined by our senior insider, Shams Charania. And Shams, moments ago, you reported that there is a difference between the way the franchise wants to handle the rest of Giannis Antetokounmpo's season and the way that he sees fit. What more can you tell us?
Malika, once again, the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo are in disagreement about where his future is at. Right now, it's about his playing status. And the Milwaukee Bucks, sources tell me, want Giannis to shut down for the remainder of the season with his latest injury, the hyperextension in his knee that he suffered the other day. That's his fifth injury of the year. He's had a groin injury, 2 calf strains, an ankle injury. Now this, they want him not to play the rest of the year. They have tried for him to shut down. Giannis, though, has refused them wanting to shut him down. He has made it clear to John Horst, the Bucks general manager, and the Bucks staff that he will not shut himself down, that he intends to return to play this season. He has been adamant in the last 24 hours. I don't care if the Bucks are going to try to shut me down. I am playing the rest at some point the rest of this season. And so this is just another one of the situations. We know what happened at the deadline. We know what happened in the offseason when there were trade conversations, and Giannis informed the Bucks that he believed it was time to move on. But right now, this is a Bucks team whose playoff odds are significantly dwindled as the last several weeks of the season go on. But Giannis and the Bucks in disagreement about how the next few weeks should play out.
Okay, so Giannis and the Bucks, Giannis is saying that he wants to come back and he wants to play this season, and the Milwaukee Bucks are saying our preference would be to shut you down. Once again, not on the same page here. Shams, thank you very much for that insight. As we bring it back inside our Los Angeles studio, the Bucks, Perk, they are 2-9 over their last 11 games. How should Milwaukee handle his availability?
You know what I really would encourage Giannis to go watch Kevin Garnett's speech when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Right? And Kevin Garnett said, my biggest regret was not getting out of Minnesota and getting to Boston sooner. Why do I bring that up? You know what was the breaking point for Kevin Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves? When they asked Kevin Garnett to do the exact same thing. Do I feel bad for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Hell no. You made this bed. Lay in it. You knew what was coming up. You knew that this team was on the verge of quote-unquote tanking. You know that they were tanking and they wasn't going anywhere. You didn't put your foot down and demand what you wanted to demand and stand on business and say you wanted out of there at the trade deadline. You wasn't loud about it. You wanted to be the nice guy. Being a nice guy in 2026, that don't cut the mustard.
So normally I am 100% a proponent of if players want to play, they should play. But when you look at the standings, I don't know if we have it so everyone can see it, but Milwaukee is 28-40 so far.
Yeah, they're 6.5 back.
Yes, 6.5 games back.
That season over.
Now, they have 14 or so games left, and he's played 36 games, which I am just guessing off the top of my head, that's probably a career low. On top of having multiple instances the last few years where injuries have popped up here or there that have impacted his future, not just necessarily when it comes to years to come with the Bucks, but also his legacy when it comes to the postseason. He just has not been healthy consistently. Sometimes you have to protect the athlete from themselves, and with literal no room to potentially make it into the play-in, nursing an injury and fighting to come back, I don't see a circumstance where this benefits him.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% where you got to sort of save the athlete from himself in this instant, because we all know Giannis wants to play. But that's where also I have to agree with Big Perk over here, because you knew this was going to happen. Like, we knew it was going to happen.
Right. So they're tied with the Bulls.
Just take the bad guy role for a second, be the villain. Everybody forgets about it when you go over there and keep winning. It's an uncomfortable situation for Giannis to be in. I'm not like Perk in saying that I don't feel sorry for him. I do feel sorry for him, Perk. He give me everything I want to see when he's out there and healthy. He give me everything I want to see. He play hard. He go at people. I love the man and how he plays. It's just, I agree with you when I say, hey, bro, be the bad guy. You knew this was going to happen. You knew they was going to shut you down. You knew they was going to sit here and be up on the fence about it. You should have controlled your destiny.
And that's the point. He has nothing left to prove for his tenure in Milwaukee.
Not at all.
So what? In Milwaukee, he brought them a championship, and he's been missing
No, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
But when we talk about Giannis, his mindset, see, it probably went over y'all head because I said a lot of stuff. But I said about 3 weeks ago, I said, oh, Giannis returned. This is his farewell tour. He's not doing it for the organization. He's doing it for the cities and the fans. The Milwaukee, go ahead, man.
Well, but what farewell to? I mean, if you're the best they can probably hope for is being 9-10 in the standings, right? And so the Milwaukee Bucks are looking around and saying we got to consider how the ping pong balls right now are going to fall.
And this is why, if you're Giannis, you look out for the best interests of Giannis, because guess what? The Milwaukee Bucks ain't saying we want to sit down Giannis to look out for the best interests of Giannis. They just want to sit down Giannis to look out for the best interests of the Milwaukee Bucks come draft time.
And let's be real, the farewell tour technically was soft rolled out ever since for the first time. Sean's was just here. What was it, about a year ago, where we heard there might be interest with him going to New York?
Yeah.
Once that happened, we knew one chapter was closing. So when he's on the floor, everything is a
No, but what I'm asking you, Shump and Malika and Shanae, is my definition of the farewell tour is because when he decided to come back, he know I had a better chance of losing 100 pounds by tomorrow than them getting into the play-in. So when I saw him coming back, I said, this is not about the organization.
Yeah.
This is more so him giving flowers by performing at a high level for the fans in the city.
And I see that. Like, Giannis, again, he has been that. We can all say that we know he's a loyal to the game guy. He's one of those guys
doesn't cheat the game
at all. And he does love Milwaukee. I could honestly say that, even though I know it's time for some pressure. Definitely. Definitely time. But we definitely know he's one of those guys that y'all did a lot for me in this city, and I'm going to do a lot for y'all. I know I'm leaving, but before I get up out of here,
he'll go a couple.
Isn't there like a meme like
couple of those
is enough? Enough.
Well, and now they're tied with the Bulls for the 9th worst record in the NBA. That's not top 1, 2, 3 odds.
Bulls
that
catching
really
strays.
going to be going. Yeah. Okay. Tonight on.
He has the mentality to go out and then just put up 50 on somebody's head. Like, have we seen it thus far where he just puts his head down and he just dominates a basketball game? I just think ethically he plays a style of basketball that works as a team brand. He can go rogue and go do his own thing.
He has had 50. He's had the 50.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he can go. I think he can go rogue, and you got to have some selfishness in you to kind of get to that place. I just don't know if he's wired that way to go out and do that. So I'm gonna say never. I'm gonna say a lifetime.
And here's the thing: I never thought Bam would do it either.
Well,
so
nobody.
Well, that's what I mean. So I'm.
You want to talk about Bam or the field? That was the field.
I'll take the field.
We're all taking the field.
We would have agreed.
I don't want to say he won't, but
like, you can't also say Bam, Chandler. That was the argument. If I'm picking a player to break Bam's record, it's probably not Wemby.
Probably Luka. I pick Luka to do it.
Yeah,
it's going to happen because the seal's broken.
He's just not selfish enough. Like,
everyone would have to be in on it.
He's
for
gonna
this
have
to
have like 50 free throws.
Yeah, which could happen.
I just don't think he's.
I don't know if the Spurs want him to do that.
And that's a compliment, by the way.
Oh, there you go. Is it a compliment if you have to say it's a compliment?
Probably not.
I think it will.
When you say with all due respect before they say something really mean.
When you're dealing with the type of people that just hear what they want to hear, you have to say that.
That's a good point. I know.
Can I be honest for a second? That's always you know something hurtful is coming.
But,
yeah.
Pain session, Chandler. That's an interesting one. Are the Wizards making the playoffs next season?
They're making the play-in for sure here, Payne.
Okay, doing that.
And I think depending on if Anthony Davis is healthy, what kind of minimal moves they make in the offseason, what pick they get. Yes, I think they're going in the right direction, which I have never said, I think, in my life with the Washington Wizards. But adding a guy like Trae Young, having that young talent that they have around with Sarr and Bub and those guys, I do think that they have enough talent to kind of make that push and sneak into that play-in and maybe even get an automatic bid at that 5 or 6 seed. But it's all going to depend on health with those two main guys.
Giving you a play-in.
And what pick?
I say yes. I say yes. I believe in I believe in AD and Trae, and I guarantee you, when you bring two guys over like that, you're gonna be this summer. I was about to say the portal. The NBA doesn't have a portal, but when you have guys like that, you're gonna go out in free agency, and you got to get guys to put around them to make your team be taken seriously again. I think Washington put themselves in that position, so I say yes.
Lou's turning into a college hoops guy talking portal.
Oh, it's March. You know what time it is.
I love that for you. To the human. During All-Star Weekend, Boogie Cousins asked Ant about his Mount Rushmore of Atlanta Hoopers, and he mentioned Vincent Banks. Lou, do you have any? What's your favorite moment?
Vincent Banks is a local legend around here. Went to South Atlanta, and he was a killer. He was a killer. Played some college ball at Cincinnati, but didn't make it big. But when I tell you he could score that basketball with the best of them, and he was one of those guys that they put us neck and neck year in and year out as the best players in the state. And Vincent Banks was like that. He put up a 60 one time, and I was like, sheesh, I don't know if I can go get a 60. I got to figure some out. But he was a dynamic scorer. He was a hooper. You know, if you're from Atlanta, if you know, you know. But Vincent Banks was like that. He was one of the most talented guys in the city for a course of over 4 years playing basketball. So, you know, shout out to Ant Edwards for even recognizing Vincent Banks, because usually we talk about the guys that we recognize and that we know, but for him to mention Vincent Banks in the same conversation with a Lou Will and some of the other guys, big respect to Ant-Man for that.
I'm sorry.
There's certain hoopers, like, remember, Lou, you might remember Darius Washington?
Absolutely.
Like,
from
he's
Florida,
from Orlando.
Went to Memphis, yep.
Went to Memphis. He's the one that missed the free throws every time I got it, but he was the coldest high school basketball player I've ever seen in my life. And when you ask normal people who are the best players from Orlando, no one would ever say Darius Washington, but, like, he is, like, my Orlando GOAT.
Do they say you?
I'd probably be one of them, yeah.
Like, what do you think you are? Like, top what? Because Lou's Mount Rushmore, so what are you?
Depends. Or like Orlando is so big. Like if Vince Carter gets counted, then there's some other guys from the outskirts. But I think I'm top 10.
The outskirts of Orlando.
It's not that many.
You think Orlando's big? What about Atlanta?
Atlanta's got probably a better squad. Like we're talking Josh Smith, Lou, Dwight.
No, it's deep. Top 10.
We got a lot. We got a lot of guys.
I think I'm a top.
But
center.
I also scored close to 4,000 points in high school. So
South Gwinnett.
South Gwinnett High, baby.
1,000 is just so many points, Lou. We can talk about that when you get back.
That's when you average 30 as a freshman. It happens.
Did you actually?
Baby Lou.
I was on